Hey, how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. So we're back doing some more revisions on the novella that we're writing, which all three books combined, I guess, does make a novel. Um, in all honesty, I'm supposed to be ready to work on 10 today and stuff like that, in which we probably will touch it up and stuff. I feel that there was some back work that I was supposed to do over the weekend. And honestly, none of it got done. Like I got nothing done over the weekend. And so I'm not gonna pretend that I did. I won't bullcrap you guys. I kind of just like my weekend was a weekend, and in all honesty, super little got actually done outside of some housework and some having a really great weekend, to be honest. So let's get into this anyway, real quick. Um, I'm gonna be honest. To a point, I wanted to backwrite some stuff. I don't remember where I put the notes on what I wanted to backwrite, which is not really convenient for today. I'm gonna double check that I'm not incorrect and see that I don't have a note somewhere, because if I can honestly just find the notes I took on what I wanted to change, I would prefer to change that today. But since it looks like I'm horribly not organized right this second, I hate to say that. I don't have the exactly what I wanted to change. Oh, I remember though. Thank God. Oh my God, thank God. Okay, so here's what we have to do. I'm needing to go back to chapter maybe 3, 4, or 5, where Sam finally gets to this doctor. It's 5. See where I have that Sam receives multiple injectors for the nanites? Hey, thank you very much. I hope you're having a great day. My time zone is in the Rocky Mountain time zone, just for the record, but oh, I didn't know that there was a writers category. I just knew that there was a let's do the writing. Honestly, I'll try that. Thank you very much for mentioning that. Let me find a pencil and try to keep notes where we actually know where they are this time, right? But no, I'll try that sometime. Now, I've been doing the let's do the writing category, in which honestly we score pretty high in it. Um, I don't want to brag, but we score high in it. Okay, I'll check that out. Honestly, the different titles you stream under is really useful for like actually yeah. Let's do the writing does actually I just found it one day and I was like, "Oh, let's do under that category." And so I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that." The first time I was writing, you guys, by the way, I wrote under the casual chatting one, whatever that one is, where you're just chatting or whatever. And somebody told me about the let's do the writing. So I'm totally cool with whatever you guys' suggestions have been super good, to be honest. So here's what we're going to do. We got all the way to here. In reality, over the weekend, I was supposed to write, yeah, just chatting. That's what I was doing. And somebody's like, you shouldn't be in this category. And I'm like, well, I didn't know what category to put myself in. And we were just kind of visiting about writing and stuff while writing. So I thought, oh. And then they're like, well, do you know about the let's do the writing category? I'm like, no, I actually don't. So then the next time I streamed under that, I was like, oh, that's really kind of helpful. Less random questions for sure. Okay, so to catch you guys up with where we are, we have got the whole crew of adventurers. Well, the book's finished. We're now in revision 2. And wise, I was supposed to write this throwdown scene between Kiara and Sam that happens in the med bay. I didn't write it over the weekend. I don't dare write a throwdown scene on Twitch or on YouTube because honestly, I don't want to be restricted in some kind of way. And if we're gonna write a throwdown scene, we're gonna want it to be torrid. You know what I mean? I'm not like we're not trying to have missionary style, right? So, um, this I will write later on off. It's probably going to actually expand out chapter 9 too far, and I'm likely to break it off somewhere. I don't know exactly why, but I'm leery of having an entire chapter where we just have an entire throwdown scene chapter. Like I don't want. I feel that that's too far. You know what I mean? Like having a chunk of a chapter be a throwdown is reasonable in my mind, but the whole chapter just being one big throwdown scene, I think we might be bordering into some stuff at that point. So I've got to figure that out. Let's go back to chapter 5 and fix the issue with the nanites. Well, you guys feel me, right? You guys feel that a whole chapter throwdown scene is too far, but say a chapter had a good chunk of a throwdown scene, you're probably still within reason. I mean, this is space smut. Just so you guys know, this is sci-fi fantasy space smut. I'm unabashedly okay with that. Oh, a throwdown scene is well, I think we know what it is. It's a sex scene where they throw it down with each other. That's what it is. So basically, Sam later on in the book helps Kiara the psychic break into the med bay to get drugs to try to basically suppress her psychic power because she's having issues, right? Yeah, it's a smut scene. It's 100% a smut scene, which I don't think I can get away with writing on YouTube. So I just chose to like I'm gonna write this off, but there will be a giant smut scene. Like it's not gonna be like a little bit of a smut scene. It's a flat smut scene. Hey, right on. Hey, are Avalonus? Are you on planet Calypso by any chance? It's okay if you aren't, but I did see that. But yes, basically him and the um, drug addict type hot redheaded telepath are going to have a throwdown scene in the med bay when they break into the med bay to get her drugs. That's what's going to happen. And then of course it gets awkward and other stuff and then she doesn't want to talk to him and then a bunch of people die. The whole, catastrophes happen soon. But they do get one throwdown before all of that happens. So here's what we have. Chapter 5. We're going back here, and here's why. We're going to fix it because what happened is I had him go in and get the implant, and we gave him access to the information through the implant. The thing is, though, then shortly after, we have him slowly gaining access to the AI. So in reality, what we're going to have is we're going to have the doctor establish a temporary connection to retrieve the information. That temporary connection is going to end up getting burned out in the process. And then what is going to happen is he's going to use multiple injection courses of nanites to, over the course of the rest of the story, reestablish the connection. That is the plan right now. That is how we're going to fix this plot hole. So basically, right now, for the record, I am going back chapters from where we're at to fix a plot hole that we realized that we had already created. Okay? That's all I wanted to address. So this is a plot hole fix. After tossing and turning through most of the night, I woke up early despite the copious amount of bliss I had consumed. I was bothered by the amount of time that was missing when I was within. Okay, was in. Do I want was in or was in? Within. While I was in the AI system, while I was within the AI system. Within. We're going to go with within. while I was within the AI system. Pretty sure this is possessive systems cyberspace. I was bothered by the amount of time that went missing while I was within the AI system cyberspace. 6 hours. Ooh, do I like that? 6 hours was way longer than it had seemed. 6 hours was way longer than it had seemed. I don't really like it, but I'm going to reword it later in revision 3, so we'll just. And on top of that, my recollection of many of the events within the AI system cyberspace was patchy at best. That's not properly spaced. I had few details I could recall, and I knew I had seen Amelia in the stasis chamber through the memories within the AI. But I couldn't recall, wait, but I could recall nothing about her. I don't like that. I couldn't recall anything about her, is what we're going to go with, guys. I linked into the CyberDeck to see if any data would help me recall more, but many of my files were missing for the event. None of it made sense. One thing was for sure, though. I had already received multiple messages from Trag, and it looked like they were quickly able to move. This is not good. From Trag, and it looked like they were quickly able to find a doctor. We're going to change this. Okay, multiple messages from Trag, and they had been able to find. Okay, we'll see if this makes more sense. One thing was for sure, though. I had already received multiple messages from Trag. Okay. From Trag, who was glad to inform me. Not liking it. Hey, Iverson, how you doing this morning? I hope you're having a great day. I want to fix this section right here real quick. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like how I just rewrote this sentence. Who was glad to inform me. You know what? Do we want let me know or informed? Hey, Yasir, how you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Okay, one. Wait. Who let me know? Okay. Who let me know they had found a doctor to do the implant? Oh, I gotta let these guys know I'm streaming. Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. I hope it keeps going good for you. Let's look at this. Yeah, let me know. I had already received multiple messages from Trag, who let me know they had found a doctor to do the implant. I didn't even have a chance to get around or work further to make sense of the situation before I was messaged by the guest consul. It was Trag in Salvador. I gave. Oh, do I need something further explaining that? I gave myself a quick check once over before having them come up to my living quarters. So none of that stuff's horrible. I'm not loving the wording, but wording's something we're going to deal with later on, just to be honest. I was shocked Salvador had, you know what? This isn't even fixing the part I want to fix, is the saddest part. Oh, you know, I'm going to tell you, I've known people that have came and gone from the game multiple times. I would say that if you're really thinking about long-term deleting Entropia, take a break first. But honestly, can I tell you one of the most detrimental parts that I see to the Entropia universe is the amount of people chasing money in that game. It's absolutely a funner game if you play to have fun. The soon as it starts turning into you're just spending money and spending more and more money in an attempt to, I don't know what people are trying to prove in that game, but literally, um, honestly, any game you're not having fun with and don't enjoy is not worth doing. I've had a lot of games. I've played tons of games over the years of streaming, and once a game is no longer enjoyable to me, I don't actually keep playing it, just for the record. Like, I'll take a break for a second, but literally, life is not filled with enough hours to fill too many of them with things you don't enjoy. And so, and I'm not trying to encourage people to delete games or anything, but I mean, if you're no longer enjoying your time that you spend playing that game, find something you enjoy your time on. Like honestly, like, and I'm very pro like most game worlds and stuff, but as soon as I'm no longer enjoying them, I'm probably uninstalling the game. And there are games, lots of games I've came back to over the years just to touch up once or twice more. But for the most part, no. Like I like to do things my microphone conspires against me for some reason. Okay, let's get him down to the doctor's office so I can fix the part I'm actually supposed to fix in this. The doctor's office was a fancy one in the district of Dorias where you would only find corporate connected citizens. He seemed pleasant, but worked actively to know as little as possible about what was going on. As we went into the room, I was helped onto the surgery table. The surgical supplies were laid out on a tray. Eric's AI, along with the medical and interface, along with medical and interface nanites. Okay. I was glad to see the medical nanites, knowing I was about to be in a medical stasis pod, recovering for the next few days. I hoped they would shorten the time. Uh, that's yeah. So this is where I'm gonna have to put in the conversation with the doctor to where the doctor covers the stuff we need covered, right? Okay, I'm gonna break this off right here. This is being broke off. Hey, Snow Ranger, how you doing? So now let's figure out this conversation between the doctor. Deep, deep breath. Oh, well, I'm sorry you're having a bad experience with negative players and stuff. That sucks totally. In all honesty, and I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not good that people are being negative at you like that. That's really crap, honestly. Um, do you know about Dissy's channel on Entropia? Just to be honest, and I'm not trying to. And then I really do need to refocus on getting this done. But I would suggest checking Dissy's channel. He has a lot of events and stuff like that normally, and he's not mean to people. But in all honesty, like that's horrible. Yeah, I'm sorry you get replies like that. Hit me up in game and stuff. I'll help you out. I'll help you figure out how to move forward if you want. I'm not anti anybody. Hey Snow Ranger, also how you doing? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I need to introduce the conversation. The doctor needs to explain to him this crap. And I just scrolled too far because I'm out of control. How do I feel I'm in the wrong spot all of a sudden? Boom. Because it's right here. Got it. Okay, doctor has to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Disney's not usually like that. That sucks that people are being like that. They shouldn't be like that. Honestly, that game needs as many people as it can have in it, and free to play players contribute to the economy also. I'm like, it just is reality, and so they're just having bad attitudes, is what that is. Um, okay, let me look at what we're gonna say. How are we doing this? Gosh dang it. Oh, yeah. No, he's super knowledgeable. Okay, how are we introducing this conversation, guys? And that's really the question. Hey, thank you very much for lurking, Beta Boy. I hope you're having a great day, by the way. Now, how is this doctor going to tell him? All we have to say is this crap. So, how is he going to say? Let's get the first one out. Oh, this is a book. Write a book every, well, we write a book in the morning sometimes, twice a week. Except I keep losing my place. I don't know why that happens, but you know what I mean. It's up here somewhere. Okay. I'm going to grab a Kleenex real quick. I'll be right back. And then we're going to knock out more stuff. My nose is itching the crap out of me. It's gardening season here in Colorado, which is a blessing because I love gardening. I'm going to be honest though, I have allergies. And so as much as I love gardening, it's like the horse thing. I really love horses, and some of my friends have horses, and I will go ride those horses. I'm allergic to them. Yeah. So it's not a good idea to go ride them. But they're really pretty. I love horses. And so, just like gardening, I technically am allergic to that stuff a little bit, but I still do it because I like to have a runny nose. No, I don't really like that part, but boy, we're random as crap today. Okay, so here's what he's going to do. Oh, I don't use the word sedate very often. Okay, let's figure this out. Sam, I'm going to sedate you, then we'll establish a temporary connection to test. I'm trying to think of how we're wanting to say this, and I'm really not a million percent on it. Sam, I'm going to sedate you. Then we'll establish a temporary connection to get feedback and allow you to retrieve the data Accio. Okay, I'm okay with that. Needs. Perm. I don't know why I'm not able to spell perm today. Perm. Uh. Int. Oh, nint. That's not right at all. My gosh, I'm having spelling issues. Boom. Some days I have, well, honestly, there'll be a word almost every day that for some reason I'm like unable to mentally picture what the heck it's supposed to be, even though I don't know why that is. It just happens. It's okay. After we get the information we need for creating a permanent connection. Okay. Let's see. Now, I'm going to probably have to reword this honestly, guys, just so everybody knows. the permanent in, the permanent connection will take multiple injections after you recover. Oh, yeah, I'll grab you a link, but it's not done yet. And so, but yeah, I'll grab you the link for where I started. It's on YouTube. The whole series is there. Like we started a while ago. Hold on one second. I'll just grab it for you. Okay, playlist. We have a writing playlist. Boom, this one. We're going to pause this. Boom. So this playlist right here, let's go to it like that. This is the entirety of this whole thing written. And so, oh, what am I? I don't have Twitch up. What the heck am I doing today? So it's not ready to be read though, guys. I don't have Twitch up. What the heck am I doing? I know, right? All the stuff. You would think I'd be more organized today. Boom. Boom. Got it. There the link is, guys. But that's to the whole playlist. That's from the beginning of our world creation all the way to where we are now. And I'm going to keep uploading. It'll keep getting updated. So let's figure out what we're doing here. Boom. It's not yet. It's not done. I have to wait till it's done, and then it'll go to barnesandnoble.com is where it'll go once we're done. And so it will be available soon, but we have to finish it first. And so, but it'll go on to Barnes and Noble and into Barnes and Noble. Just so you guys know, you'll be able to get it soon. Don't worry, we got it set up already. Okay, as the doctor stood over me, the look of concern was apparent as he looked to be mentally. Oh, not looked. He's just going to be, as he mentally prepared himself. We're just going to. Yeah, it'll be done soon. I know that that's not great. Let's just check this. As the doctor readied the sedative, he said, "Sam, I'm going I'm going to sedate you." See, that would make sense. Then we'll establish a temporary connection to get feedback. Okay. So now this is going to make us have to change some of the rest of this stuff now. You guys realize that? Okay. After we get the information needed for creating a permanent connection, we'll finish the implant and flood you with nanites to start creating a permanent connection to the AI. The permanent connection will take multiple injections. You know what? We need another period right here, even though AI dot. I always think that looks so weird. The permanent connection will take multiple injections after you recover to fully establish. And honestly, I think that this is like this. I wondered how long the interface nanites would take to make a hard connection between the AI and me. Then, as soon as the doctor injected me, I found myself drifted unconscious. I found myself drifted off into unconsciousness. Don't think that's worded the best, but I don't hate it. Then, as soon as the doctor injected me, I found myself drifted off into unconsciousness. Pretty sure that that would be like this. And let's go like this. Let's change this. Okay. Then, as soon as the doctor injected me, I found myself drifting off into unconsciousness. Okay, I knew the temporary connection was establishing. I found myself standing in a virtual landscape. I had been standing on the edge of a dock near a calm sea. As I slowly gained more consciousness, I realized that I had been standing on the dock for a while. This was a virtual landscape, though, and time moved differently in virtual constructs. I was not sure how long my mind had been there already, but this seemed like a good place, allowing me somewhere to gather myself. I gained consciousness slowly of my surroundings, both in the AI generated virtual world. See, and we're going to take out this part, and we're going to take out this part, allowing me somewhere to gather myself. I gained consciousness slowly of my surroundings in the AI generated virtual world. I had established it. So we're going to probably eliminate this out. So this wouldn't happen now. So tons of this is going to be different because literally we're going to have to find all the stuff while we're in the temporary thing, right? So all this is going to happen in different circumstances. Okay, let me figure this out. This whole thing needs moved. I'm going to move this because in all honesty, it doesn't work where we have it. Grabbing this. I'm going to throw this down to the bottom. It might go in somewhere. It might not. I don't know. Now we're going to go back up. Okay, I knew the temporary connection was establishing, blah, blah, blah. I was not sure how long. Okay, so this we're going to get rid of right there. Sorry. Okay. So now we have him just in the temporary connection. We've eliminated out the other stuff. I knew the temporary connection was establishing. I found myself standing in a virtual landscape. I had been standing on the edge of a boat dock near a calm sea. As I slowly gained more consciousness, I realized I had been standing on the boat dock for a while. This was a virtual landscape, though, and time moved differently in virtual constructs. I was not sure how long my mind had been there already, but it seemed like a good place, allowing me somewhere to gather myself. I could control almost any aspect I wanted inside the virtual world I had just created. Um, I think he created it. Let's pretend he did. Or let's just leave that out. Let's cut that out. Okay, good. We're pretty good there, I think. The virtual landscape of the virtual landscape of a calm oceanside dock. Okay. The virtual landscape of the calm oceanside dock. Let's get rid of this. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, the virtual construct within in the AI was fun, and I made changes, exploring and creating it within it for what seemed to be ours. It wasn't though, guys. So it just what seemed to be ours. Before I gathered enough sense. See right here, we have us doing the same thing. So I already had us. I need to get rid of this. I knew the temporary connection was establishing. I found myself. I don't like it. I knew the temporary connection was establishing. I found myself standing in a virtual landscape. I had been standing on the edge of a boat dock near a calm sea. As I slowly gained more consciousness, I realized I had been standing on the boat dock for a while. This was a virtual landscape, though, and time moved differently in virtual constructs. I was not sure how long my mind had been there already, but it seemed like a good place, allowing me somewhere to gather myself. I could control almost any aspect I wanted inside the virtual world. As I became more oriented, this is where we're just going to actually combine these. Look at this. Because I'm going to decide to go explore more anyway. right? I'm going to just get rid of a bunch of this stuff and combine these. Okay, watch this. This is kind of looking naughty, but it's not, you guys. I mean, like, eh, maybe it is. I don't know. Killing word count like crazy, though, right here. Okay, as I became more oriented, I gathered enough sense of myself to explore further into the AI itself. As I explored through the immense data archives on the I found numerous virtual constructs, some of them entire worlds Eric must have created. I found memory files of when Eric joined Amelia's team. It was during the Zika virus outbreak. Amelia had been looking for a talented technopath, and Eric happened to be one of the best. On top of being a leader in the field of cybernetic sciences, Amelia's research group had helped discover the origins of the virus and were working to develop a cure or method to stop its spread. The Zarkran's virus outbreak happened just before the Great War. Things were peaceful, but the Council of Elves but the Council of Elven Nations was concerned about the fast-growing number of humans and our out of control use of cybernetics and genetic manipulation. At the core, elves lived hundreds of years, only having a couple of children, while humans were rapidly outbreeding them. Along with many other species, humans were not only fast growing in population, but because our embrace of magic, cybernetics, and genetic manipulations, humans were living longer and becoming more and more powerful. With our embrace of genetic splicing, the new forms of or hybrid humans made it the fastest expanding species. The Council of Elven nations wanted a way to reduce the populations of humans drastically, along with other species, without starting a war. So this is all true. This is what happened. I know. Mean elves. Boom. We fixed that even. Spacing. Look at that. A sample of the disease from an ancient outbreak was given to the elven dark mages to be to be warped into an even more powerful weapon. One the elves hoped could be blamed on the humans' use of genetic manipulation and what they considered misuse of technology and magic. The disease had originally been from an outbreak that made elves become violent, mindless creatures. The disease had claimed the lives of millions of elves, making its way onto multiple planets before finally being contained. The outbreak was long before elves had made contact with human or with any with any other species. So the elves were the only ones with records of the disease. The disease they managed to create by warping the disease with magic was Zarkran's virus, sorry guys. At first, the spread of Zarkran's virus was contained to just a few small planets, but it quickly grew out of control, devastating the populations of most of the larger human worlds. The Zarkran's virus would lay dormant in some people for months. Others would get sick and die in hours. Worse, if you got sick from a bite of an infected person, you would die within minutes. Anyone who passed from Zarkran's virus would join the mindless hordes trying to kill the remaining living. Within less than 10 years, the human population, along with the populations of other alien races, were reduced. Amelia had created strains of the vaccine which all failed, or multiple strains of vaccine which all failed. Then She turned to finding ways to modify the disease, hoping to change it at its very core. Eric had worked with Amelia on every aspect of her project, slowly developing a relationship with her. As the virus continued to spread and take lives, Amelia started to working to change the virus into a weapon mankind could use to strike the elves back. I could feel the medical. Oh, so this is where we have to change this. We're at the end of this chapter. I'm going to fix it right here. We're going to change some stuff. I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me. I'm not really sure where we want to go with what we have here. How do we do this, guys? Where are we going with this? It's always the biggest question is where are we going with this, right? Let's see where we go with it. The ride home. Okay, let's figure this out. Look at that. Okay, I was not sure how long I had been given. Do we like that? I was not sure how long I had been given with the temporary connection, but it seemed like days before the connection was finally cut and everything faded to dark. Then suddenly I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me, and I knew I would have more time to explore the memories Eric had stored in the AI implant. Okay. I think we have it. Then suddenly I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me. That's I'm gonna just go like that. Let's just be honest. I was not sure how long I had been given with the temporary connection, but had seemed like days before the connection was finally cut and everything faded to dark. Then suddenly, I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me. I would have more time to explore the memories Eric had stored on the AI implant after I had developed a permanent connection. I'll probably reword that later on, but that's not that important, honestly. Wait, hold on. Oh, I only stream a couple hours each day, just to be honest. And we work on this book on Wednesdays and Friday, just so you guys know. And I leave it up the whole time, so we're good. Oh, yeah, I only work on it a couple hours a day. We're good. You can write a whole book a couple hours a day, guys. Like legitimately. Like I shared that link. We're not even at 100 episodes, and I only stream for an hour to 2 hours. So that literally lets you guys know you can write a whole book in less than 200 hours. Like you can write it and be revising it. We won't hit 200 hours. In fact, I'm kind of curious what we will hit, but I'm kind of keeping track of it. When I finish this book, you guys, I'm gonna do a whole video where I break down the overall experience, what it actually took, and the other stuff. And so I'll be honest with it, but it's not taking as many hours as I would have thought. I would have guessed a book would have been more in the 500 work hour range or something like that. In all honesty, maybe a huge novel is that. That could be. A novella sized book, though, you can write in less than 200 to 300 hours. Like, for sure. Like, not even doing it efficient. Because I visit with you guys and stuff. You guys. So, like, let's just be honest. If we were actually writing the whole time, I don't even know what we'd get done in 200 hours. It's crazy. I actually find it impressive how little it takes to do some of the things we see as so big. I know that that sounds weird, but we, in our minds as people, and I'm not trying to speak for the whole humanity at once, but like in a way, I guess I am right here. I think we allow ourselves to build things up into things that seem just absolutely ridiculously unobtainable. But literally, I know this sounds corny, the longest journey begins with a single step. Like, it's all just a bunch of steps, period. I mean, no matter what you're going to do, I'm not even talking about write a book or whatever. There's only so many steps in whatever it is. And if you start taking any of those steps and just continue taking those steps, you'll eventually just be done with it, whatever it is. And I don't care what it is. It just, that's how our universe works. It just, I don't know why. Glad it does, but boom, boom. Okay. I would have more time to explore the memories Eric had stored on the AI implant after I developed a permanent connection. I woke disoriented, finding Trag asleep in a chair, waiting for me to wake up. I could feel the near field connection with the AI, but it was clear the nanites had not finished making a physical link yet between me and the AI. I'm totally okay with that, the way this is right now. Hey, 10, I hope you, or Zaro, I hope you're having a great day. So here's what we're gonna do. What are we gonna say here? So the doctor's gonna come back into the room. Oh, cinema is good. What movie did you see? I'm gonna go see some movies this next week. I was gonna go see a movie this week, and then it wasn't actually open. Right? Isn't that a bummer? Where you're like, I'm gonna go to this movie, and then you're like, oh, that comes out in theaters next week. I guess we'll go then. Honestly, I hope you saw a good movie. I haven't saw a movie that I thought was super good for a while, you guys. Just so you know, I'm really disappointed with most movies anymore. I don't want to be. I want to be like, I love that movie, but no. Let's fix this up here. Oh, that's one of the movies I'd go see. Was it good? I don't know what I was doing there. I woke up disoriented, finding Trag asleep in a chair and the doctor standing. Oh, great. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna go with I replied, I think. Okay. Just trying to figure out how we're saying this. Okay, let's see if we like this. The doctor said, glad to hear. Akio will be happy. You will need to inject these constructor nanites once a day till whoa, whoa, whoa! Do you guys see that crap? I don't know what makes it decide it wants to switch the thingy-majiggy way it's doing things, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. The doctor said, glad to hear. Akio will be happy. You will need to inject these constructor nanites once a day till they create a permanent link to your AI implant. Mm, I took the injectors from him, from the doctor, then woke Trag from his watchful sleep so we could go home. So we could go. Okay, so this we're good on. The ride home was silent as I sat using what little connection. See, we don't have this. As I sat. Okay, so this looks good. I'm going to make sure he doesn't gain any more thoughts or knowledge in this section right here. I think I might have fixed it, guys. I think we're fixed. Oh, thank God. I'm going to just be honest. I think we're actually good now. Yeah, see, here we have him fully. There, it's completed a link to his optic nerve. There's so much crap we need to do in here. Okay, so we're back to this zone right here. I'm going to be honest, we can't write the throwdown scene live on YouTube. Um, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to work through this throwdown scene. Hopefully, the goal is to do it before Friday, so that we can move right into this. I can't do the throwdown scene. We could jump to 10 and kind of touch it a little bit and see what we could touch up on it. But in all honesty, I'd rather work 10 solid. And so, what's going to happen in 10? So, can I tell you what does happen, you guys? So, in chapter 9, and this is already pretty long, which actually worries me a little. This is why it's likely to get broke off. Chiara and Sam decide that they're going to get a little bit more high than they always are already. And then they're going to break into the med bay and they're going to get some stuff, in which they do that. Yeah, this is too big. I'm going to end up breaking in half chapter 9, you guys. See this, the med bay part? This is where we're going to separate it out. This med bay part right here is going to be a separate. I'm going to separate off this med bay, and this med bay situation is going to be the throwdown scene. So this med bay scene right here is going to be chapter 10, except imagine that this little thing right here gets fluffed up. So when we come back where you guys think that we're at chapter 10 right here, this is going to be chapter 11. This is where we have our first people get killed. And Sam is supposed to be watching the guys that kill him, but he's busy helping Kiara score some drugs from the med bay and doing a throw me down. You see what I mean? Which starts as she pushes her body against mine. And then see how I say throw down scene in medical bay. That's going to be a whole section. So in all honesty, I'm going to have a whole chapter that's going to be a throwdown scene, except for it's going to have this paragraph on it too. If that makes sense to you guys. Real quick, let's find somebody we can raid over to. And that'll let me organize myself better for our next episode of this stuff, in all honesty. I know why Twitch is always blocking me out like that. really frustrates me, in all honesty. Kill that thing. Let me go to my creator dashboard real quick. I'm going to see if there is somebody that, oh, we have this lovely girl who's a woman, not a girl really, but lovely person. We're going to raid onto her because she is writing right now. She's absolutely awesome at this. You guys are going to enjoy the crap out of this, to be honest. Um, she's a French writer. She writes positive type stuff. Can't remember exactly what book she's working on right now, but I'm going to tell you, you guys will enjoy this. I do want to thank you guys for hanging out, for being just epic, amazing people. Peace, very best wishes, and I hope you guys have a great day.